This is Amária Sweet with HeartMind Expressions, Veronica Bartolini with Unchained Hearts, and we've got Dragon with us. And we've got some really fun stuff that we want to talk about. Thought we would just kind of have a fun little girls theme and everything. So if y'all want to, you can unmute yourself and let's get started. We've been talking a lot about different traumas that we've found with not just ourselves, but with other people through military abduction scenarios, extraterrestrial abduction scenarios, memories from secret space program scenarios. And we're coming from a place of, this is our journey, this is the memories that we have, our experiences that we have. Let's go for it, girls. So Veronica, your webcast has been so inspirational for me. I would love for you to share, kind of in a nutshell, what you do to help other people with your experiences that you've had through trauma release and integration.
Okay, thank you both, Amária and Rising Phoenix Dragon. Right, I added another name. No, I'm honored to be here, sisters. I love you all so much. You have inspired me, both of you. You've been there when I needed you. You always answer me when I need you guys, telepathically too. So I'm honored and I'm very grateful to be here. And so what I do with my channel, I first started out just wanting to help people with the similar traumas that I had, not only growing up, but as my married life and after the divorce. I had not started the healing process back then of the weight and the medication till like 3 months after I started the first YouTube channel, and then it got hacked. But my purpose was just to show people how you can heal yourself without needing the medication, with exercise, speaking to your DNA, to your heart, telling your heart, mind, and all your organs pretty much that you're here, that you're still here, healing the inner child, doing shadow work. And so I have a BHT certificate. It's a recovery course certificate, but that really doesn't mean a lot. Like, to me, it just means my experience and how I survived the near-death experience of the 3 days that I was gone. But anyway, so then after that, I started speaking to everybody, you and I can't say her name, so Dragon Rising, I guess we'll say, sister, and Penny, and just started talking about the SSP experiences and more of the sexual abuse and healing that I've been doing. And ever since then, I've had more memories. So I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, you've been such an inspiration to me too, Veronica. Because I think for all of us, our waking up processes have been pretty traumatic. I mean, the memories that come back, reliving trauma, but it's so beautiful how through life's lessons, I guess we could call them, experiences, bringing things together and learning to love ourselves. It's amazing how much healing that we can have. I really love, Phoenix, is your gift with Holy Fire Reiki. And I'm going to let you explain how you do your energy work. So I know that all of us have energy work practices, but I want to kind of go into that since I know you don't have a webcast or anything at this time. And would you explain kind of what you've been doing with, you know, your waking up process and how you've been integrating and helping yourself and others?
Yeah, whenever somebody says, when did you wake up? I'm like, From what? Because, I mean, I was already looking at paranormal stuff. I think I read the whole metaphysical section in the library in elementary school because I was trying to figure out why I saw ghosts. And, you know, family members passed away. They'd only come to me. And I told my mom once that one of her friends came to visit me that had leukemia. And she screamed at me, how did I know that she died last night? I didn't know she died. She just came, she turned my light on, sat with me, talked to me, gave me a hug, told me how she wasn't going to be around for certain milestones in my life. And I was all excited to see her. So my life has been like that my whole life. It never went away like other people's did, I guess, when I got older. And, you know, I always noticed how I could feel other people. And I worked in law enforcement for a long time. And yeah, I still, you know, mention to people once in a while, they're like, yeah, you never asked for backup. I'm like, because I can read people. Because, you know, I would have all these premonition dreams, and I know who had the gun, who had the drugs, who was going to try to get squirrely, who was going to rabbit. And, you know, and people would say, how did you know this thing was there? That person was there. It's like, I already knew. Or you know, you just use your third eye thinking. I used to carry crystals in my pocket sometimes. I knew I had some kind of energy thing. I didn't know what it was, but I was already using that, you know, with the kids and stuff, where I could feel where things hurt because it feels like heat to me. And then I could, if I'm looking with my third eye, I can see attachments sometimes that actually look like plugins, like that one you had today where I could actually pull it out like a fuse.
Yeah.
And because I'll go in and then I put white light, I'll draw white light around. I know Reiki's a title that I had to give to it. I had to get certified in something. I mean, I was doing Reiki Master stuff when I was just a Reiki 1, and I didn't realize I was already putting 3 symbols together when I have to go deeper to get to something. And then I could get down to ancestral level and pull something out that somebody had been carrying from an ancestor, and then I'd like disinfect it with white light, and then I'll pull in this golden fire, and it's got little red tips on it, and
I remember seeing that.
And that's just, you know, to burn all the negative stuff out. And then but I don't think that's part of holy fire.
Whatever it is, like I totally saw that. Remember, what was that in my sacral, not the sacral area, it was in my solar plexus area, where I was like, there's like this weird orangey reddish light with like fire with the red tips.
Yeah, it's like it's yellow at the bottom and it's orange and red, you know.
Kind of cartoonish. It was interesting.
But then when I'm in the astral, I'll see it around me. It's kind of like this amber yellow fire, and then it's like redder at the top, more burgundy, and I walk with it, and I can throw it, and it doesn't hurt me, and it's not hot, but I can kill other people with it.
Yeah, it's interesting how you looked, because you were definitely kind of reminded me of like there's a picture of like this woman coming out of the flames. It was a lot like that. Really cool.
And then I'll go in and I wrap you up with, and that's something I kind of remember from the programs too, but it's this healing honey, but it's organic, so it moves, you know, like, and then but it's kind of looks quilted too, so I'll put it all around the person after they're disinfected, and I put that fire through the, you know, holy fire. I don't know, it just sounds funny when I think about it now. I'm like, this must sound really wacky, but then I'll go around and then I'll get it so I can feel that I've stitched up like the sleeping bag, and the only thing that's out is like their face, so they're like a little kid all smiling and happy. But the thing, it glows and moves, and it's honey colored. And yeah, actually, when I met my twin flame from the program, I remember having a dream where I was in this giant golden womb, And I drew a picture of it too. Anyway, I found out that he was sending me healing while I was sleeping, and I was actually seeing it while I was sleeping. It was pretty neat. Because I don't know how well you can see this, but this is me up in this womb, and I could see this umbilical cord, and it went down to his energy. Oops, I forgot his name. But yeah, and I was just floating in there like this, and that's the same golden honey colored like sleeping bag sort of thing I wrap around people. And that's just, you know, when you'll pull things out, and feels like there's little spaces in their aura. I just want it to be packed with that golden healing. So if there is anything damaged, their aura is like supercharged then to heal whatever. And yeah, what else did you want to know?
No, I really have enjoyed the sessions that I've done with you. I can feel it. I've seen things just where I do a lot of remote viewing and like bi-location as well. Was able to go over towards you, and it was interesting how I felt drawn or pulled towards you anyway when you started working on me. It was just like, I'm like, okay, I'm here.
And that's why I said, because people don't realize that when I say, you know, do I have permission to work on you, I'm pulling your energy body, and I physically put it on the table. And
Yep.
I can take the pendulum, and that's why I like to do that, because you can see visually where it is over your body, what's open and what's closed, you know, with the chakras anyway. And then I like to go over and make sure everything's all balanced before I, you know, burn everything off. But well, some stuff you have to pull off, other things I
Right.
have to burn off.
Right. Been there. So, memories. I know we've shared different memories together from different programs. The way that mine come to me is more of pictures or like movie clips that don't have words, or it's like in a different language without the subtitles. So for me, like when people are talking, they're like, oh, we were in this program or that, it's kind of like, it was an underground base, I assume. And so for me, that's just kind of how it comes. You remember Montauk, and
Well, I'm calling it Montauk because
right.
it just seemed like it was in upstate New York, but I don't, you know, you could hear water running, and that place it all looked like it was in a cave with black rock, you know.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder too, because I mean, the underground bases that I've seen, the tunnels, the pipes, just like that dank, dark, like the low light, the smell of death, blood, like feces, urine, sexual fluids, rotting flesh. It's crazy the things that are going on under the crust of our planet. So one thing I would like to do, if you ladies are up to it, in enhancing those energies, for the viewers, I want to do what I did on a Facebook Live last night. I know with strength, with unity, with more people, it's been scientifically proven to raise, you know, vibrations, make changes in our planet. Of course, we want to be on our highest ascension path at this time. So what I want to do is I'm just going to relax into my energies right now. And I'm imagining everybody that's listening is sitting in a circle around the three of us. And the three of us are facing each other. And we're able to direct our energy into a central point before us. It's a bright white platinum light. And we're going to expand that energy out until it's engulfing all three of us. And our heart chakra energies are expanding into that. And I'm going to include all of us in a 12 12D shield. So right now I'm just building that shield, the column within that shield, so that we're all circled up into that. And then I'm going to also expand another 12D shield around everybody that's listening. And so just setting the stage. And our intention is to serve our highest purpose. We are God, sovereign, free. And I can feel that there's many people out there that are really sad, that feel defeated, that don't feel like they're worth anything. Maybe they don't feel like they're smart enough or good looking enough. Maybe they feel like they're too young, too old, not sassy or happy or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is that you're thinking that you're not enough of. We all have those feelings at different times in our life. And so what I want to do is take this beautiful platinum white light that we have here, and we're going to shoot that out and expand it with love, and to hit everybody's heart with love, and just keep expanding that out and allowing that to grow and to penetrate everybody's heart. And just think of something that makes you smile. If it's puppies licking your face, then think of puppies licking your face. If it's seeing little children playing and giggling, then let it be that. If it's your favorite dish, maybe you've got a dessert or a cuisine that you love, that when you just put that mouth-watering bite into your mouth, just feel that joy that comes up into your body, and allow that to just flow through your body. You can feel all the way from the perineum area at the bottom of your body, that's your root chakra, all the way up into your crown, and just allow those energies to flow. We're going to spin them in a counterclockwise motion, feminine motion energy, and allow those energies to just continue to rise and build. And allow that beautiful platinum white light to just penetrate. And it's okay to smile. You can smile, you can feel grateful for that thing that just makes you feel happy, makes you feel joy, makes you feel like a little kid again, waiting to open those presents on that special day.
I also surround us three and everyone watching and the children with my golden white light, my violet flame, the pineal gland, all around, the vortex spinning, cleansing. You're going to feel warm, amber light through your crown chakra, ear, nose, and throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, legs, root. And I surround you with the gold and red fire burning in an upward direction around us all. Healing now. Snow. The fire is still burning. The white snow is protecting us all.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a blessing that you would like to share, Phoenix?
I'm not doing anything fancy. I just pictured us all in a big golden Merkaba, and we have our energies all you know, like heart frequency going out all the way around us 360 degrees. So we're like Teflon with
I
our
love
golden energy. Anything negative is just bouncing right off.
it.
Can't touch it.
I love that.
Can't touch it.
You can't touch it. That's beautiful. I love energy work that uses sacred geometry. It's really powerful. I'm just thinking of what to segue into as far as sharing. It's weird. I just feel like I'm in such of a 4D, 5D energy right now. I'm in a trance.
I know what. You can talk about what you did for me yesterday and that you actually did see my 6 dragons that I've been talking about.
Oh,
And how I thought I only had 6 implants, but it's actually there were 18. The
right.
cyborg and the other
Oh,
everything you
yeah,
did.
that sword thing. So Veronica is asking about a session that I did with her. And so what I do is when I bilocate to somebody, I'm remote viewing their energy body, their physical body, their spiritual body. I keep my eyes closed a lot just because my physical eyes are a distraction when I'm doing work like this. But whenever I went to her and I started like I usually do, I start from the crown and I move down the body. And I found a bunch of different implants. She had about 18 different alien implants. One of them was a pretty weird, like a cyborg type thing. I think that was the one that was under the left breast that I saw. And then there was this kind of, I'm trying to remember where it was located on the body. It was lower towards the solar plexus, kind of at an angle going up. And it was like this bent sword thing that went in and then just straight up. And so I kind of had to make it malleable to pull it out and set all the attachments and things and was smoothing up her aura and her energy and electrical system. And I saw these beautiful white iridescent dragons, kind of like an aurora borealis type iridescence on their skin. And when they would stretch their wings, it was like white feathers that were iridescent and shiny. And it was funny because they were kind of like little cartoony looking dragons. They were so cute, but they were like really pretty and very elegant as well. And I just mentioned, I'm like, oh, you've got 6 dragons that are protecting you. And I kind of explained them. And so Veronica's like, what? So yeah, that's what I saw. And if you wanted to explain what that meant to you, I thought it was an amazing validation just for what I was seeing.
Yes, thank you for that. The dagger that was actually it was stuck, you said yesterday, from the sacral to the heart, bent outward.
Oh, right. Okay. I was trying to remember like how it was exactly.
Yeah, and I told you that I validated that it was actually placed in there for me to feel anxiety, depression, self-hate, abandonment for the project, abandonment, project suicide, from when I was 13 when my father took his life. So when you started taking that bent sword out energetically, I started crying. I also felt when you took the cyborg out, a wisp here on my right side of my temple.
Wow.
And I did see the toroidal field that I have clearing when you cleared it. And then when you mentioned the dragons, it was so weird because you said it was like rainbowy, and at the same time you and I said aurora borealis, because that's what I picture in my mind. And I just want to tell you guys, like, about a good 4 months ago, I asked one of my dragons, I said, I want to see you, like, show me you. 1 out of the 6. And I had a dream that night where the dragon was actually behind my middle sister because he is also protecting her. and it was gooey, kind of like plasticky gooey, very beautiful white oatmeal shiny diamond looking dragon, huge. And it was just sitting there going like that. It's beautiful.
So
I was like, holy F. I had to wake myself up. I was like, is this fucking real? You're gonna have to edit the F word. But anyway, if you want. So it was just so amazing, you guys. Like everything starts with imagination.
Right.
Because we were talking last night, imaginación en español, it's like a running imagination, meaning acción. Everything starts with a thought. And the more power you give it, then you speak it and then you act on it, right?
Right.
So thank you.
I'm trying to remember what session I worked with you. Wasn't there something that, oh, it was the fire. Okay, so that was I was like trying to remember what was it that I saw today.
Yeah, I just walked through it. It's like a healing. It's like a healing, and it could also be deadly plasma like energy. I don't really,
Right.
because it's not. I mean, you'll feel heat coming from me, and the room will get hot. But don't you want to always feel heat? I don't really get hot today. Usually, I get hot when I do that. But I did have the door open because I always leave a window open when I do energy work and I burn some sage. I will be right back.
I'm gonna take you guys with me on the road because I have to drop off my daughter and her boyfriend at their house.
Oh, you're good.
I will be muting and unmuting and eating my power bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
I don't even know what time I started recording. That's funny.
I don't mind, as long as you don't mind. Okay.
I don't know. You're totally good.
Me.
That's funny. Especially looking at the stories that, you know, each one of us have gone through, or not really stories, but the life lessons, I guess. And I know like there's different types of maybe life contracts we might make, but I don't think that things like that are totally always planned out. I know a lot of people think, oh, everyone signs up for this, or this. I think we know it's going to be hard when we come down, but you know, you can't say which path every single person is going to go on at any second of the day. I think that's why it's so important for us to be centered in that kind of observance type energy so that we can, you know, be in tune with spirit and be aware. Because, you know, anytime we've got little kids, maybe grandkids, or maybe somebody has their own little children, we got to be very vigilant watching them, especially now more than ever because of the amount of abductions that still go on. And, you know, saving the children, it's so deep. It goes beyond what people are thinking that they're just seeing on the TV, you know, what little bit the TV might show of maybe some New York underground cave. I mean, there's caves all over the world. And not just that, you know, there's people that aren't just being abducted, but they're actually being bred in these places and born there, and they never see the light of day. Raise people.
Real quick, you know, on that note, there is the breeding program, okay, and then they make sure that they don't have a certificate, a birth certificate, right? So they're sold and they're used for their adrenochrome. Kill them off. Nobody knows that they existed. It's pretty sad.
And then those diamonds. What was the stuff I was reading about making diamonds from people?
They make diamonds from the blood.
Oh, is it the blood? I know that there's different videos. Sasha Stone is one that I've really been impressed with. Dimensions of Disclosure in 2019 in Ventura, California. He talked about not just, you know, the sex trafficking. Well, I guess that's the main thing, but talking about what these poor children and these people are being used for. I mean, not just the underground stuff, but like the abortions that go on, using aborted fetal tissues in medications, in injections that a physician would give. I'm not using certain terms for reasons because of shadow banning. And then food. One of the biggest fast food chains that Sasha talked about has the big M, the big golden M, if we know what we're talking about. That's pretty scary to think that we're actually eating human beings.
That's pretty gross. And I know I worked at McDonald's when I was a teenager, and they give food to homeless shelters. So I'm like, oh, what a heinous ritual they're even making
Right.
suffer people participate in.
Right.
It's just also revolting.
Right. Just to think of all the diseases that have been introduced from that kind of thing. I mean, it's just really sick to think that people are being eaten, processed, used like cattle. I mean, literally, we're being farmed. And, you know, some people that are waking up, they might not be aware of the extraterrestrial influence. But, you know, there's beings out there that are so terrifying that it's beyond expression. I mean, it's just, you would freeze, you would die because of fear. That's how terrifying these beings are. The smell, the fact that they can take your mind telepathically and just fuck you sideways and upside down, and you would be like a fetal position in a ball, just, what the fuck did I just see, or what did I just experience? And I mean, you would go crazy. There are things like that out there, but the beauty of what we are inside, we're just having this physical experience, these meat suits, these bodies that we have, you know, it's just, it's a little baggage. But I think it helps to teach us a lot of different lessons in patience, in overcoming addictions, in just experiencing, because, you know, as above, so below, there's a lot of really shitty things, but equally there's so much beauty out there that we have, that we can create, that we can share with others. And raising those frequencies, raising our vibrations, feeling a happier feeling, so to speak. It's amazing how just by doing that, it actually can help humanity. And some people might not believe that that's true. You know, maybe you're someone that's just getting into the New Age movement or whatever. I like to take it past that. We're going back to ancient wisdom. This isn't New Age. This is ancient wisdom. And when we meditate together, when we raise our frequencies in love, in respect, just like what Masaru Emoto talked about, which I like to talk about him quite frequently because of the science behind it and the truth behind it, how when we raise our vibes, when we are grateful, appreciative, we think of the blessings that we have, we actually attract those things to us like magnets. When we think of how crappy things are and just, oh, every ache and pain in our body, we attract that to us too. We attract illness, we attract dependency or lack instead of the abundance. Just making simple shifts, and sometimes it takes practice. Sometimes we might have an attachment or something, or a like a hologram or V2K, voice to skull like type technology that causes us to maybe think more negatively or more in the dumps, to sabotage. That's where people like Phoenix and Veronica come in, as well as myself and other energy workers You know, we're helping to teach and build people up so that they can raise their vibrations. Because the more that we can do that, then the less negative energy that these dark entities or these people that are feeding on fear and death and destruction, they're going to starve. They can't deal with the light. They can't deal with love like we can, because that's what we are. We are love. We are light. Thank you so much for being a part of this. That's awesome.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So for all the listeners at C4OC Radio Network and Revelation Radio 2, we appreciate your listening to us. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask Captain Stevo or Jenny Ray. And we're so grateful for Veronica. She had to kind of skip out a little bit early for us, and that's cool. She's got things to do, but we will continue our conversation with Veronica, myself, as well as our beautiful Phoenix here. So to continue for Unchained Hearts and HeartMind Expressions, we'll see you guys later. Love you. Peace out.
Love you.